Oh my Lord. So this is my fourth attempt at this video, and I think the camera's shaking, but that's fine. And this one is about affirmations. Now, I'm not going to explain what affirmations are about or what they are, but I will say this. I have not really done very well with affirmations. Now, I have done affirmations, but I haven't gone all the way with affirmations. I've probably gone to about second base, maybe. I don't know. But no, not with women. I've gone all the way, of course. But I mean with affirmations. So, this is the problem with affirmations that I've had. It's like going to the gym, right? You have to cue your subconscious, unconscious mind to having new beliefs. So you use affirmations. Okay, so what do you do with it? What do people that go to the gym and say I'm going to have a new workout routine. I'm going to work out 3 times a week at this gym and do all these heavy weights and all this stuff. Okay, so this is how it was for me. So imagine if you go to the gym once in a week, you say you're starting a new workout routine. Then 2 months later, you'll go 3 times. Maybe 2 weeks later, you'll go like 2 times. Very irregular, very inconsistent, very much not what you're supposed to do. That's how I've been with affirmations. So now there have been things that happen because of affirmations in my life that I've manifested, quote unquote. But I think I had the wrong attitude about them. And I'll tell you why I did. So there's all these articles that go back and forth about affirmations. One, therapists will say they're great, Ironically, the funny thing is, I've been reading about cognitive behavioral therapy, and a lot of those therapists use affirmation, or they tell you to do affirmations. So people say are pseudoscientific. Yeah, well, why would therapists use them? It's one of those things that in the scientific psychological community that sometimes they'll just say things, and there'll be so many contradictions, and people that will contradict within their own field. So affirmations for me were there's certain self-help gurus said, don't do affirmations, or not that he didn't say don't do affirmations, but they don't work if you don't have the feeling, blah, blah, blah. Now to me, it's like this. So doing affirmations is like going to the gym, going to have an exercise. Sometimes you're not going to feel like going to the gym, but changing your beliefs is something that happens if you do affirmations a bunch, even if you're not feeling like it. That's something that really evaded me up until recently, now. And I think that's one thing that I think people should know. Now, doesn't mean that doing affirmations is automatically going to cure everything that you do or whatever. But I figured out a couple of ways to do affirmations that are better too. I think one thing that I realized is changing negative beliefs into positive ones, even about certain situations, certain people. I've done that before, and I've written down stuff like that before, but some of the times I didn't turn them into affirmations, but they helped me anyways. But if I turned them into affirmations, I could repeat them every day, over and over again, and get them in my subconscious mind, which I should have in the first place. So that's what I gotta say, kind of what I gotta say about affirmations. I think I'm gonna try doing 6 months straight of affirmations 4 to 5 times a week or more. Because I think that basically it's just like you believe, you'll convince your brain eventually, your mind. I think that'll happen. I think that can happen. I just think that most people don't do it right. And it doesn't mean that some of the time when you're doing affirmations, you can't get into that state and really feeling something and visualizing it and all that stuff. It's fine if you could do that, but you can't say that that's an excuse to not do it all the time or do it more. Because like I said in my previous video, I think sometimes we manifest things, even good things, from a negative state. I truly believe that. I don't think that everything is manifested from being totally happy and feeling good all the time, unlike a lot of these people say. I don't think that's true. It doesn't mean what you get is necessarily going to be the greatest. You'll still get what you want. You might not have the greatest relationship, greatest job, greatest whatever from there's always a catch, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, and maybe that catch is because you're in that negative state. I don't know. I'm just trying to, put that out there, talk about this. So my whole point is I'm going to try to do affirmations way more often than I ever have, because I think it's an experiment. And during this lockdown, just listen to my podcast coming up about the whole situation. I'll just say that. Esotercy. It's on Spotify. It's actually on every thing now. Spotify, Pandora, and all that. So I'm going to be talking about the situation that we're in right now. So during this lockdown, I'll be doing it all the time. Affirmations, all this stuff. And once we're out of this whole situation, I wouldn't be surprised if just things have totally changed. And I would suggest that to anybody. Do these things. Sign up for maybe some law of attraction coaches, or self-help stuff, or Reiki or whatever. Learn NLP. Learn how to heal people. Learn how to change your mind. Do some Tony Robbins stuff. Buy some, even buy a book. Unleash the Power with, all right, is Unleash the Power. Awaken the Giant Within, or Unlimited Power. 2 great classics from Tony Robbins. You could just read those or watch some YouTube videos. I don't know if I think library books are still delivered to some extent during this whole thing. You could do a lot of stuff for way less money. There's other means of getting some of this stuff too, but we won't talk about that. So that's my whole point, is I think affirmations can work. I don't know the power of affirmations because I have not done them consistently and powerfully all the time. I think that I can guarantee that if I do a video a year from now, that's my challenge. So April 12th of 2021, I will do a sequel to this video. Just as in sometime in October, I will do a video about the Neville Goddard revision technique and what it did for me. I will do a sequel video to this a year from now, and I will tell you about what changed, because I think there's something to it. I've seen it happen. I was doing these affirmations for a while and I had this vision of something happening. And I was doing, these affirmations. I do it to this music. This is how I do it. So this is how I've done affirmations, even though I only do it haphazardly or intermittently, right? I have this Tony Robbins thing called Cut the Edge. And it is like, it's one of his old programs. And it has this thing called the 15 minutes to fulfillment and all this other stuff. You're supposed to listen to it and work out and stuff, depending on what you do. I do the 15 minutes because it has gratitude, it has visualization, it has this breathing thing that you're supposed to do and walk around. And I walk around my room and I do it. I don't do it often enough, but that's how I was doing affirmations. And I have a sheet of affirmations from several years ago that I was doing. And there was something that happened months back, and it was early last year, I was having this vision of something happening, and I'm not going to say what it was. Knowing people that know me can probably guess, I don't know. There's a certain event that happened, right? And I saw something in my mind's eye. About 6 months later, it happened exactly like it wasn't. And that was kind of me visualizing and doing affirmations. You can do them all together. What I'm going to do for affirmations from now till, a year from now when I do this updated video, or that video update, is that I'm going to do them when I wake up and when I go to bed. And I'm still going to do the walk across the room thing with the breathing and stuff and the visualization. But I think by really hitting yourself, not literally hitting yourself, but putting those in your head, I don't know the power of this stuff. I don't know, because the very little stuff I've done has already been pretty powerful. So that's some food for thought. Think about it. So if you start, doing some of this stuff hardcore, who knows? I might be talking to you from a mansion. on April 11th or April 12th, 2021. We'll see. My Victorian mansion I want. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, that's all I got to say. Do affirmations. Write them down. Write them down in the present tense. Write down beliefs that you have and switch them around. Do all that stuff. That's all I got to say.